How's it going, guys? This is Beard Made Reviews. We're out here on the range today, and I have one of my most favorite carry handguns of all time. It's not the gun itself or who it's made by. That's just the brand I chose, and what shoots well. I've had a couple of other ones. This one just kind of fits my hand and does fits my needs, if you will. What we have today is a 10 millimeter. This has been cleared, so we're working with a cleared firearm right now. This is a Glock Gen 3 29, and we've got it out at the range today to kindly show off some of its capabilities. If I do anything wrong, it's not the gun. if anything happens, it's not the gun's fault, it's my fault. I don't claim to be perfect, just average Joe. What we're working with is the grip is a custom stippling. This was done by a outfit called Brazen Firearms, or Brazen Gunworks, or I think it's Brazen Firearms. Anyway, it's very good texture. It's not real rough whenever you conceal carry this. And just looking at the overview of the firearm, I do have the backup sights on this. All they are is just a plastic Glock sights, nothing special, just in case the optic were to go down. In my testing, it's been a fairly good optic, so not really anything to worry about there. I have 3 magazines that I'm working with. I have 2 10-round, and then I have a per model, it's a Glock 20 15 round standard capacity magazine with an X grip on the bottom. That turns that into a quote-unquote full-size grip. It feels fairly comfortable in the hand. I'm kind of partial to the smaller magazines as far as the grip goes with this. It hugs up to the hand a little bit better on that pinky. Some people think that don't matter, but I do. All right. The sight we are working with is, again, it's O-sight. It's the O-sight S. It is a 2 MOA dot with a 32 MOA circle. It has a couple of different modes. This one tends to stay on. It's not solar. I'll give it that. It has a shake awake mode, but this thing moves around so much, I believe that it stays on all the time. I do have the little hood for it. It'll show you the battery indicator of what your hood, what your backup battery for the charge for the hood. Right now the actual optic is at 100%. So today we are going to start out, and this is the only ammo I got today. We've got Cellar and Bellet. This is the only FMJ ammo that I could find that is full power 10 millimeter. Let me explain just a little bit what I'm talking about. So whenever you go to like Academy, not knocking any of these stores, they just sell the sell the ammunition. Whenever you go to these stores and you're looking around and you're wanting to train with 10 millimeter, you've got to watch some in particular. I'm going to kindly call out a name here, but Winchester Ammunition, they put their loads down to 40 Smith & Wesson specs, pressures, if you will. In my testing, I could be wrong. I could have got a bad batch of ammunition, but in my testing, the Cellular and Bellet outperformed as far as pressure and velocity goes out of this firearm than the Winchester. There's a couple of other ones. I'm not going to name those off. I just want to use the Winchester and, word of caution. So I can say that Cellular and Bellet 10 millimeter, these are actually in 180 grains. That is about most of your standard 45s run 180 to 200 grain projectiles, except this one is running a little bit faster. So a little bit of a backstory on all that and explanation. I will be shooting this thing about 15 yards back. I may explain that more whenever I get set back up. Anyway, let's give me just a second and we'll get started. All right, guys, we're down here about say about 15 yards or so, and I've got the camera set up to my right to also have a GoPro set up to my left. Let's see if I can hit this target. Alright, let's try this. Pretty good. It's pretty good. Alright, guys, loaded back up. Let's see what we can do. It's doing fairly well. Doing fairly well. It's pretty nice. Pretty nice. To give you my thoughts on this, this is a great option for deep woods carry. It is a great option, in my opinion, for personal defense. It may be a little bit on the low end on ammo count, but so is a 45. This has more capacity than a 45 single stack. I know they got the 2011s, whatever. Those are nice. Those are a nice firearm, but reliability, repeatability, and simplicity is what I'm after, and this has the whole package for me. It's nothing to throw on my inside the waistband holster and put this 15 round magazine as my backup magazine and one of those 10 round magazines as my primary. I do that because it leaves less of a footprint. Shootability, as you can see, I didn't do any rapid fire demonstrations. One, I have not practiced those as much as I need to. I just wanted to show you some nice shot placement and kind of what the pistol could do. It works well with this O sight. Everything's crisp on it. I don't find myself trying to look around and find the red dot. Great platform. And I know some of y'all are wondering, of course this is pointed in the safe direction, it is unloaded, but if you're wondering, that light still works. It's still on there. It's got a little bit of dirt and soot on it from where I have been shooting it. So keep that in mind. If it ain't gonna win no beauty contest after you've been shooting it. You'll have to clean it, of course. But yeah, you can see that O-light is indeed working well. Under recoil, it's just a really good package. I've had this thing for a while. As I said, it's a Gen 3. They did make these in the Gen 5 model. Thinking they skipped Gen 4. I just have to look on that. But all in all, if you want to get out there and practice, most common round of hollow point for this is a 180 grain. So that's cellular and bellet. Ammunition is great practice rounds for this firearm. I do believe that there is some that are like 150 grain. Those are trucking along a little bit too hot, and in my testing, they just don't feel as comfortable in the hand while shooting. But overall, I would give this an 8 out of 10. I'd rate it a little bit higher, but don't want to show favoritism. I'm going to be realistic. It is a handful to shoot. With that being said, train. I would pick this over a 40 caliber any day, because the 10 millimeter is built on a 10 millimeter frame and slide. The most 40s are built on a 9 millimeter frame and slide. You can fact check me on that one. It's true. Anyway, going forward, this is a great carry. I know I've said that several times, but I just find myself admiring it. If you can find one, pick it up. Tell me what you think. Try it in a Springfield, or get you a 29, a 20 in a Glock. Smith & Wesson has some M&P 2.0s that are in this. Anyway, guys, I'm going to leave it at that. Again, pick you up a 10mm. Tell me what you think. These are a wonderful gun to get into, and variety is the spice of life when it comes to what you can do with this. It's all around a good cartridge to get into. Well, guys, if you've enjoyed this video, I've taught you anything at all, entertained you, if you will. I try to do that every time I come out here. Please leave a like, a comment, and consider subscribing. Until next time, guys, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. See y'all.